Alright, what's up guys? I'm here with a little photo edit, trying to show you guys how to edit a photo in Procreate on the iPad. So in this picture, we have a really good picture of us. We usually don't get very good pictures, so my wife wanted the person in the background removed, so it's just us. So I'll show you how to pretty much remove somebody entirely from a picture. First thing you're going to want to do is make a duplicate of the original picture. I'm going to start off by erasing what I want to remove and keep everything that I want to try to save, which is the chair and as much as the background as possible. The eraser tool, I use a soft brush, kind of like an airbrush. It keeps the edges feathered a little bit better. And all I'm doing here is dragging the original image that's below the other image over. So I'm using the same image to replicate the table. So the table that was in between me and my wife is actually now over there. And I'm pretty much trying to erase it and blend it in with the background. Now I'm actually painting on a separate layer a new background, and I'm just color sampling the actual foliage that's around where I have to paint. And for the most part, I'm just winging it, kind of doodling, scribbling, making the mountains. Some tips are find the darkest color or maybe the average color and start with that painting. Like you can see here, I did the stone wall. I started making a stone wall and I used the darker color, gray. And then you'll color sample the lighter ones, and then you could add some of your other colors too. And a tip is kind of layer. You put layers to add depth, and the best way to do that just off the bat is at least use 3 shades of color. If you notice, I do like one dark green, one average green, and then you hit it with the highlights and it ends up becoming very three-dimensional looking. But that's always a pretty good tip. Use at least 3 colors, and then even adding additional colors on top of that, like 4 or 5 colors or shades of the same color, you're going to add a lot of depth and texture to something. You're going to see here on the rock wall, I just added one more color and it's already starting to look more like a wall. Eventually I'll go back and do even more, but here I'm just painting over a car that was in the background because it was a duplicate. Just highlighting the grass, trying to add more texture. There was another duplicate car because I moved this picture. And then I'm painting the chair to look like it belongs, color sampling from the chair, color sampling the highlights that are on the chair because they're actually not brown, they're kind of like a blue. So it's weird. It's like kind of like painting, but you're also trying to fool whoever's looking at it to think that it's a picture. So you're trying to replicate colors that a photograph have, and it's not really realistic, I guess, but it's going to make it look like it's in the picture more, if that makes sense. I noticed on the other side of the picture there was telephone lines, so I painted a telephone pole and then added the pole that the person was blocking for the tent that we were under. And then if you could see here, actually a lot of this color in the table wasn't actually the tablecloth because the person was actually there. That's actually my shirt that's over there, but I'm blending it and using it for color sampling. So now I'm just doing basic photo retouching, making my hairline look a little bit better, making my beard look thicker, any skin imperfections, anything like that. I think here I went back to the table to make the top look a little bit more round and to fix some of the shadowing and work on the tent post because I was trying to get that to look a little bit more realistic. The main brush that I paint with is just the stock Nico Roll brush. that comes with Procreate. It's really good, gives good texture, and it's kind of random. I also use the airbrush a lot too for photo retouching when you really need to blend edges into the photograph more. Although sometimes with pictures, when you're really zoomed in, it gets kind of pixelated, so sometimes you really don't need to airbrush too much. But same thing here, when painting, you use at least those three colors, like a dark, a neutral, and a light, and stuff starts looking pretty realistic. Kind of noticed that I didn't really like the house too much in the background. It was distracting, so I just added some foliage to block it a little bit. The post in the background was giving me kind of a hard time. It was a little difficult to make it look like it was realistic in the photo. But yeah, here guys, this is the before picture and the after picture, and my wife's happy with this picture. We finally have a good picture of ourselves, and thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe and let me know if you like these type of videos, because I can make more on how to photo edit and digitally paint on the iPad in Procreate. All right, thanks for watching.